Hello everyone, it's Old Guardian here. Hearthstone Voyage to the Sunken City is here, the new standard rotation is here, and that seems to have encouraged people to play a lot of Hearthstone, because we have a lot more statistics from the first day of the new expansion than we usually have almost a week pre-expansion days. So I've been able to look into the statistics and see what are the best performing decks at the start of the expansion. Obviously the meta is still shaping up, even these decks are still going to be refined, but there are some clear winners already. And coming in at number 7 we have Burn Shaman. Burn Shaman, obviously it was one of the top archetypes in Fractured in Alterac Valley, and even though it lost a few cards, it got some good replacements, Scalding Geysers, Saran Scrolls, Maelstrom Portal, so the archetype is still doing fine. Probably the most interesting statistics about Burn Shaman are Coral Keepers, that meaning that summons treacheries when you cast spells from different spell schools, and Coral Keeper doesn't seem to be doing too well in the archetype. I'm also not that convinced about Queen Azara and Galactic Culprit, so don't craft them if you don't have them, but overall Burn Shaman looks like in some form it is going to be a winner in this expansion. The number 6 deck was the biggest surprise to me. It's Ramp Druid. Yeah, Ramp Druid is still doing fine. There's two competing lists of Ramp Druid. There's one with Kazakusan, and then there's one that just doesn't have Kazakusan in it. And it seems that the one without Kazakusan, just trusting in the power of Raid Boss Onyxia, the Naga Giants, all of these good spells that Druid got in the expansion, that seems to be performing better so far, and it's really challenging some of the slower decks in the meta, like Quest Hunters and Control Warriors. But it is failing against Mech Mages and Mech Paladins, and those are increasing in popularity, so I don't know how things are going to turn out for Ramp Druid. Coming in at number 5 is Mech Paladin. Paladin is also able to challenge other slow decks, it just keeps presenting threats. But it has some weaknesses against the faster decks in the meta again, so we're back in this rock, paper, scissors meta really. There are these slow control decks, there are decks that farm those slow control decks, these mid-range decks, and then there's aggro decks that farm the mid-range decks, and boom, 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 boom. Very interesting and very exciting, super exciting in fact, so yeah, that's why so many people love to play this game. At number 4 we have Quest Hunter. Quest Hunter doesn't need a lot of new cards. The Naga approach overall does not seem to work very well for Quest Hunter, but I mean, it still takes barbed nets, sure, why not? Mark Shot, surprisingly good in the archetype, seems like a medium performance card. I really didn't expect much out of that one, but it seems to work alright. So Quest Hunter just added a couple of new cards to replace a couple of cards that went away, and it's doing fine. On the other hand, of course, you could question like, okay, well, this deck didn't need a lot of refinement, so how long is it going to last? And that one still remains to be seen. And the third best deck in the game doesn't have many new cards. Well, it has one new card, Card City. Why put new cards into the deck when you can just play with old cards? Control Warrior, you're facing a lot of aggro decks, well, Control Warrior is good against aggro decks. If you meet any of these lower decks, well, I guess you're gonna die. But still, Control Warrior, one of the better performing cards in the early days of the meta. But it is the top 2 decks that are the real tyrants. First, at number 2, we have Mech Mage. Yeah, turns out that having some cheap Mega Sharks and then just playing cheap mechs with Mega Sharks and pew 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 pew, it's Flamebreaker all over again, and that is very, very good thing to have. Mech Mage is not really dominating a lot of matchups. Its only real dominant matchup is against Mech Paladin. It's really good in that matchup, but its real strength is it lacks weaknesses. It's just, it always has a chance in any game, and that makes Mech Mage one of the 2 dominant decks in the current meta. With the most dominant deck being Quest Warrior. Quest Warrior, like Mech Mage, does not really have any weaknesses. I mean, the matchup between the 2 is favored for Quest Warrior. It's currently like 52-48 or so, so pretty close, but slightly favored for Quest Warrior. And Quest Warrior is slightly better overall across the field, and it, again, does not have really any weaknesses. Quest Warrior, Blizzard just wanted us to be oppressed by the fun of pirates again, printed tons of new pirates, because why not? That's the way Hearthstone is meant to be played, so these are the best decks early in the Sunken City. I hope you're going to have a blast with these. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the content, please click the like button, subscribe to my channel, and check out my Twitch channel.